what's going on? Alan with OnTheHunt365, doing a little tuning on the wife's bow and shooting my bow. Do a little bit of paper tuning. See if I can get these broadheads to fly the same as the field points and vice versa. At 20 and 25 yards. Do a little shooting with my bow first, see how the thing's flying. Order arrows, different spine. Should all be 200 grains. Yeah. These broadheads here are field points from Ethics. The 200 grain field tips. Just shooting my bow a little bit. Gonna shoot it through some paper. See how it's been doing. It's been sitting for a little while. Haven't been doing a whole lot of shooting this summer like I should have been. Mainly wanted to get out. My wife's got a couple new things on her bow. She mostly's been shooting the Crossbow, but during hunting season. But trying to get her bow set back up for next year. Decent day, so come out and do a little shooting. Target set up at 20 and 25 yards. I want to also record it so I can watch back. I've never recorded myself shooting, so I don't know how my form's been and all that. Maybe y'all can help me critique it. Hit the like button. See if I send one of these daggone things out over the hill. What I want to do is shoot these broadheads. Adjustments on mine. Shoot the broadhead first, and then I'll shoot the field point, then the broadhead after, to see how they're flying together. 25 yard. How well you can see the target from there. Not bad, I guess. Sounds like it's loose somewhere. It's doinking. Some of these are definitely wobbly. I'm gonna have to do a little knocked in and check the tips on these things. That just let me get a new set of arrows. Maybe cut these down. This one's not bad. Let's shoot these a couple more, and then I'm gonna mess with the wife's bow. Out of shape. Now I'm starting to feel string twist. Shoot this broadhead first, and then I'm going to shoot the field tip after to see how they're lining up. Shoot the 25-yard target up on the hill. Fucking missed it. Actually, I don't want that one. This guy here. If I put that one in the same spot. Freaking smacked earlier. That one's gonna have to be replaced. Trying to figure out if I like these 4 fletch better than the 3 fletch shrink wrap quick fletch deals that I use. Hellfire or these quick spins. I don't know if I really like the 4 fletch as much, but trying. Should have brought out some of my I should have had them at the house. That one didn't fly very good at all. Try this one more time with this, and then I'm gonna shoot my wife's bow a couple times. Can't really fine tune it without her here. She ain't feeling that great right now. Let's see what it was, 20 with mine, with four-fletched. Not bad on that one. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring you up closer. Before I put my bow away, I'm going to shoot it through paper, see how it's tearing, seeing if it's still close or not. Let's see if we can get a better shot on this. Got my little target that I set up for see if I get thrown out of here. Nah, I think it's just student drivers. I bring my kids back here in this industrial park. I think it's probably just a student driver learning how to drive. Made you dizzy. Let's see how this with these four-fletched 200 grain with a 100 grain insert. If they're ripping different, or I was shooting pretty decent through paper. Let's try it out. Just got some old wrapping paper. Not as great to do in the wind outside. But it'll do. Wish I had a nice indoor spot I could go. Shoot it pretty close, and I even like, you don't really have to get far to shoot through the paper to see how it's ripping, but I also do like to take a couple shots from like 10 yards back just to see how the arrow flight is when it does go through paper. I don't know, with this bow, kind of made that target with the boxes for my wife's bow. This one actually might drive through it a little far. We'll see. Actually, not bad at all with these four-fletched. I haven't shot these through paper, but again, it should still shoot pretty good if the bow is set up. Bring it down closer. Take it off here real quick and show you. It's not bad. That's damn near perfect. But if you go back and let me mark these. Set that back up. Go back about 10 feet. Shoot it again, then maybe 10 yards or so. Stopped it okay, yes. Shooting some of these heavier arrows, you really got to try to get the flight pretty good. I'm going to shoot it with the broadhead on there from a little bit further distance. See if my arrow is getting wonky or anything. I'll come back to here. About 10 feet. Probably about 5. Not going to get a lot of flex from this distance. If I go back to 20 where it's set, really see if there's any crazy flight patterns. I just want that thing hitting as straight as possible on impact. Also helps this, I mean, even if the bow is set up, kind of helps to see if you are yanking the bow or tweaking it any direction. I'm not even gonna fool with it. This thing's shooting pretty damn good. I'm gonna back up to actually 20 yards, take one shot through the paper. Just to see if I get a crazy tear or rip from that. Let's bring you back here. Just in case. Let's see if I can crazy flight pattern. 20. That's probably gonna be like 18. Yeah, it's just a little bit in front of the target. Set you back up where it was. I'm kind of guessing where the target is. mark these other ones. See if we get any crazy tear. Ah, messed up my arrow. But no. A little bit. Got a little bit of wonkiness, so field point hit here, fletchings hit right here, so it's kind of tailing to the left. But I'm not gonna be able to shoot this arrow anymore. Should have aimed for this target. Should have known better. This cardboard isn't good enough to hold this. It's not like it's a crazy poundage on the bow. It's only set at 66 pounds. But it's not really good for a crossbow. Of course, there that went that quick fletch. Arrow's still fine. Have to refletch it. I'm gonna try to shoot the crossbow a little bit too. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go back to the. I mean, this is what I was shooting last year: 3 fletch Hellfire Blazer vanes. I think I'm gonna go back to that. I mean, 4 fletch are okay, but it seems like it gets a little close to the riser string. Mainly came out just to shoot it a couple times, but mainly for her bow. And we haven't shot the crossbow in a while, so get that dialed in. Let's everyone shoot. Kind of bows, arrows, broadheads, compound, traditional. This is a carbon fiber, nothing special. Diamond, Bowtech, deploy. Nice, but not a $1,000 bow. But it gets the job done. Set this one back. A little more difficult shooting my wife's bow because her draw weight, I'm pretty short. I only have, I think mine's at 27. She's much shorter, but I got a longer release that helps me kind of get hers close. She has, she's always shot these, her bow was originally set up to shoot just standard 100 grain, there's like 500 spines, so they're like nothing. But we're gonna get her upgraded, a little bit heavier up front, a little better spined arrow. She shot a couple deer with it, with that setup, and it just, with the poundage, I think it's set at, actually, let me take this back off and check it. I think it was right about 40 pounds. I think that's where we're at now, but that's what she was hunting with a few years ago. I believe it's right there at like 38 to 40. .72. So it's down, but here in Maryland, you only need, I think it's, to actually legally hunt, somewhere right around, I think it's like 30 pounds. I had to double check, but I think it's close to maybe 32, something like that. So she's able to pull this back. Wanted to be able to where it's comfortable and not straining. But I'm going to take a couple shots with her 100 grain, which I'm not sure exactly where they're going to hit. we shot it in the backyard a couple times. Oh, that's hers. But it really closed like 5 yards. We were just checking a couple things. We don't have a very big backyard, so I'm out here at this industrial park. We've got a nice little backstop. Half expecting the police to show up any minute. But I think this particular building is empty. I get the crossbow out there, so if somebody sees it, they might think it's a gun. Let's see how this one shoots. At 20. Actually, that one we had put on a little bit heavier field tip. I want to shoot a 100 grain, which she was shooting before. I think this arrow total weight might be 320 grains or something like that. Really, really light, short arrow. I should have brought the measuring tape out. Let me do this. I should want to check it. Little piece of styrofoam for it to sit on. She's at 345 grains with the lighted knot. Let's see where this one shoots. I'm going to try the 20 yard target first. Might miss it completely. Actually shoot a little high at that. There's dead center, but top circle. Try one more at the 100 grain arrow, broad arrow, field point. Both like right there. I almost missed the whole target. dead center. So I don't think we're gonna, as we start to step up the weight on these, she's not gonna be able to use these anymore. 500 spines, just, and I know they're shorter. Might have to just do a little bit more calculations with it, but I'm pretty sure these aren't gonna shoot. What I'm gonna try is I have one with a 200 grain broadhead on it. Should get this. What was that? 340, 345 with that 100 grain. Not the best. This is 447. Is that right? Another 345, 447. There's a 200 grain broadhead there. No. No, off on that. $347. Double check this one. $195. That's a little off on there. Should have. This one should be right at 200. Yeah, 199.9. Field point. Aussie chick, how's it going? Let's check this. Maybe something's not sitting on this little scale like it should be. I would imagine we should be at 550, but a 200 grain broadhead, so something ain't quite adding up. We're close. Kind of played with the sights, or I'd played with the sights a little bit. We should be a little closer to the center of the target with this 200 grain head, but I actually want to get her stepped up to about a 100 grain insert and then a 200 grain head. I have a 300 test field point. Not as solid with this as I am with my bows. This one. Tear. Need more room. These two are right about 550 grains. Hopefully I staggered them, we'll see. And even that one. Yeah, they're still a little high. Hers, when we shot it in the backyard through paper, at first shot. I don't know if it was just the rest was knocked or something, but it had a tear in the paper like 4 inches long. It was crazy. So I brought that out. I just wish it was a little calmer today. Might shoot it hers. We're gonna shoot hers through paper if the wind calms down a little bit. But I want to get hers close and then have her shoot it once she's starting to feel better. See the target very well from there. Raise this up. What I'll do is take a couple shots from the 25 with hers. Hopefully I don't lose any arrows. I'll try the exact same angle so I can see if the arrows are flying wonky. And then we'll do the paper. I think they're hitting a little high too, but again, that could be me. Need her to shoot it once we get it a little closer. But no, those are two totally different directions. Look at that, with my back up against that truck. Those arrows should have been lined up identical. Could be really the spine on that, so I'm going to shoot a couple of my arrows out of her bow. Now it could be this target, because actually it looked like it hit there and it ripped this way. Do that again with her, with these two, and then I'm going to shoot two of my arrows with a stiffer spine on them through her bow. See, make sure that wasn't me, or that target's been shot a whole lot. It's almost shot out completely. If I'm blocking, yeah, it's over. Try two more through hers with her arrows. Heavier spine, and I'm going to shoot two of mine. Actually, I have a couple other ones too we can try. Felt my grip kind of go out, kick out a little bit on that one. See how that hit. I have a feeling we're going to have a similar result. I'm not looking for bullseyes right now. I'm just looking for placement. Yeah, they're still off. I didn't move where I was standing at all. You can kind of tell that they're still not in line. Pattern isn't tight. I'm gonna try two of my broadheads or arrows through her bow. They're a little longer, but see if it stiffer spine on them helps any. These things. Check. Not a very stable spot to check for the balancing of these things, to see how well balanced they are. If they have much of a wobble. Not terrible. It's got a little wobble to it. So I have some 400 grain, 400 spine. Probably shoot one of these gold tips through there. These are 300 spine. That one's got some wobble though. Mess with the knock. I'm gonna see what it does though through it. Let's try this with a 200 grain head. You know what? These have these recessed inserts. And they are pretty light. Still right about 500 grains. Recessed. 200 grain. Trying to find the best setup for her. Obviously, these are going to be much shorter. Or hers are going to be much shorter. They're going to be cut down a little ways. I mean, it ain't much. Ain't as much stuff though. See if we get any wild differences of that. What I'm gonna do is take these two of mine, 2 of hers. We'll shoot them all at the target and see what kind of weird patterns we get. Then I'm gonna shoot all 6 of them to paper. I can play with the weights a little bit. And what I'll do is I'm gonna sit back at the truck, set you guys up right here, get you a close-up view of it. target. So the two pinks that are going to come down are hers with the 200 grain. These are going to be at right about 500 grains. So green, yellow, they don't have lighted nocks. And then I'm going to shoot two of mine, which are right about 600 grain. Or actually a little more than 600. Get you even closer. Get you right up on the target. I'm teaching my daughter. Neither one of them really too interested in shooting. One daughter is a little bit, and definitely if they want, they're love to get them out here shooting. But this is I'm shooting my wife's bow, just trying to see what's gonna shoot best, because we're trying to get her the weight of the broadhead a little higher, a little more FOC up front, sharper, different broadheads, because with the weight that she shoots, she can't shoot for hunting. She can't really shoot any mechanicals. I don't really necessarily shoot. I don't shoot any mechanicals either, but with the weight on certain mechanicals, you really have to have the bow's poundage up a little higher, and with hers right about 40 pounds, it's not enough energy to really open up a lot of the broadhead. So I'm just kind of playing with different weights, and I'm trying to see what her bow likes, and then I'm going to have her shoot it some more. So, but I'm going to shoot a few different setups. I'm going to shoot two of these Easton Axis 400 spine arrows, two of mine, which are 300 spine, and two of hers, which are 500 spine arrows. The higher the number, the more give they have. The lower the number, a little stiffer, and then obviously the shorter the arrow, the stiffer it's going to be. If it's really long, it's going to have a lot of give to it. If it's shorter, it's not going to have as much give. So when you have the weight up front, you don't want that arrow kind of going wonky. So what I'm going to do now is try to place these two together, the other two pretty close together, and then the other two is close together. So I'm actually probably going to be, hopefully these three, I'll start here, go there and there, see how they all fly. Be right back. And if I miss the target completely, you're free to laugh at me. like I was thinking, actually, hers flew the best. These are her twos, but with 200 grain arrows, 200 grain field tips. These are with the 500 spine. These are my two. This is closer to 600 grains. 100 grain insert, 200 grain field tips. And you can see I was leaned up against the back of my truck, trying not to move my position at all. You can see how one went in this way, one went in that way. So it's telling you that that thing is flying. Same with these two. Just flying differently. Obviously different spines, they're gonna fly differently, but those actually, that kind of surprised me. These two, I was thinking were gonna be the ones that, because of the weaker spine, were gonna fly and end up a little more wonky. That's why you do a lot of testing and playing around with the different weights and that kind of stuff. That's what I like to be able to. I could probably leave you here. Let's try. Now let's try to see if we can get. I think she has. Let's try all. I think she has 5 or 6, maybe 4 or 5 of these. Try for dead center. Let's see how close we get. I'll see if we're in that area. I'll leave it set up right there. The shorter length, that's just because of her draw, how, with her size, the length of her arm. The 40 pounds is about what she feels. That's right now, with her not shooting it. I mean, that bow's been sitting for probably, I don't know how many years. But she hasn't really shot it because she has some issues sometimes with her wrist. She gets these little, they call them book cysts or whatever in them. And I know I've had issues with my shoulder, so we always got the crossbow back up in case one of us didn't feel it. But the 40-pound pull, short and not shorter. Oops, yeah. Yep. But I gotta switch the tips out on hers. On a couple of them. We'll get all of hers set up with 200 grain. And I have a 300 grain field tip, practice tip. I'm gonna try. That's definitely gonna be, I think, is gonna be a little bit much for this spine arrow. But if it flies right, if they're flying good, and she shoots them good, stick with it. Get some outserts put on them. And you really find what the bow likes and what she can shoot good out of, and be ethical when we're bow hunting. But right now, it's like I said, it's not for this season. Our season already started, so that would be way too late to the game to be doing that with her bow. But just to get out and do some target shooting this year, get her back to where she's comfortable shooting it, and then yeah, definitely maybe next season. peep site should be showing up from Amazon here any minute. I'm gonna try see if we can get all these to group, see what they like, and if they don't, I will I'll try the other arrows and see if they group any better. She gets the gang lines. Yeah, I guess that's what they are. Yep, that's. I don't know the correct terminology for them. But yeah, it sounds about right. Looked like it was high right. I was aiming dead center. Let's see if they group there. Close. Am I blocking it? Tell, but they look like they're grouping all to the little high right. My eyes aren't good, even with glasses. That sounded like it hit another damn arrow. I can't be messing her stuff up. Yeah, a couple of them are a little wonky. Not all flying or hitting in the same. Close. One could have just been, may have actually hit. Those two are in the same damn hole. But if she's gonna keep, we're gonna keep these and do an outsert, we're gonna have to bring it over just a hair. You can make that adjustment real quick. She's had surgery on it before, but man, they just keep coming back. Yeah, tendency return. Yep. That's not why she's not out today. She's got a headache. Not feeling good. I hope damn cold or flu or something's going around at the house, so I'm bound to get it, I'm sure. I'm not going to be out too long. I don't want to leave her there with the little one not feeling good. I was a couple inches off on that, so let's slide that. Sight over. Oh, cool. My wife's in here. Hey, sweetie. Your bow's shooting pretty good with your arrows, which kind of surprising with the extra weight on the front. I'm about to get stung. Let's see if they're see how close we get. Pretty close now. Once it gets close, I'm going to leave it alone and then let you shoot it. So fine tune it. Make sure I didn't mess it up. Set these in front of me. Whoa. Maybe went a little far. Try one more and then I can see that from here. Went a little too far. Yeah. Bad. But drop it down. Just a little bit more. Raise the sight to drop the arrow. I think I went a little far. I'm going to have to go back just a hair. Yeah, just a hair. Let's shoot 5 of those. It's a little closer. Shoot 5 in a row, and then I'm going to shoot them through paper and see what they do. That was the last one. I think we're pretty close. And I'm going to bring out the crossbow because we need to shoot that a couple times. Pink arrows, yeah. They're the breast cancer arrows. They're not mine though. I'm what's going on? Trying to, and a pink bow. Trying to dial in my wife's bow a little bit. Going with a little bit heavier broadhead next year. So I've got some 200 grain field tips, just kind of playing with some different weights on hers. We're getting close though. I think her bow actually likes right about that 200 grain broadhead. She's not here to shoot it. She's on, or actually in chat watching me shoot right this minute. She'll be out here soon though to shoot. Just trying to get it close for her for when she does get out. Then we'll order the right setup, build her some arrows. I think it's shooting pretty good at 40 pounds with the 200 grain. But that is me. I should be 25 yards. It's not bad. That was a little high. That was me. I don't know what it's gonna do when I go to shoot my bow. Afterwards, I need to shoot it probably a couple times before I leave. Otherwise, next time I go to shoot it, I'm gonna be way off messing with hers. Yeah, I don't like that. They're all over the place. That's what I was suspecting. Left, right, up, and down's okay. But I bet if we shoot it in paper, we're gonna get some wild tears. Her to do some of that. Let's shoot hers through paper a couple times. Oh, whose arrows? My wife's. I don't know if you heard me say that. And her bow. I'm just toying with it for a little bit just to kind of see what, while she's not able to get out here and shoot with me right now. Just seeing if I can do a little bit of tuning to it for her. This is not the most ideal spot with the wind blowing. But I don't have an indoor spot. To do paper tuning. I know I don't, well, I do actually. Do it in the living room, I guess. Just got some old wrapping paper. Let me get the bow. I suspect we're gonna get some wild tears through here. You don't need much room for this. I I was thinking at this close range. I was expecting a wild rip. That damn thing's shooting bullet holes. That must have been me up there. I don't know. Wow. I would think with these 500 spine arrows, this thing would not. I mean, that's more what I was expecting. 25-yard shot. One arrow landing this way, one landing this way, one like this. That thing is just going through the air. That's wild. Maybe I'll back up and shoot through the paper and see what it does. But I'll hit the knock of the other arrow. I don't know. I don't know if you can see that. I'll get it closer. My opinion, that's a pretty damn good hole through there. Yeah, everything's all wonky. That one right there looks like a freaking damn near bullet hole to me. It's got a slight, there's a slight, just a very, very small right tear where the field points going in right here, and the fletchings are just very slightly off. And again, that could be me. I'm using a different, I'm using this longer release that I don't normally use, but because I'm shooting her bow, shorter draw length and everything, I have a longer release. So I'm gonna probably leave hers at home and let her shoot it through paper and at distances. I'm not going to fool with it anymore. I'm not going to mess with that. And I could probably move the rest just a fraction. But again, that could be me. It's with this, I need her to shoot it. I don't know. I'm going to leave that where it's at. Her bow anyways. I'm going to shoot mine a couple more times because I don't want to screw myself up by shooting her bow too many times. Whoa. Let me get this set back up. Thanks for stopping in. Sorry if you're already gone. I wasn't reading the chat. Appreciate you coming in. And everybody else that's here, cool. See if we get a crazy rip at a distance through the paper. Thought I had a Sharpie. Yeah, there it is. Let me mark these real quick. One more time. I'm curious. What it will do at a little bit of a distance through paper. If that thing's flying crazy, you might get a way different result at close range. I know Never really see anybody talking about shooting from a distance through paper. But I like to see what it does at a distance. If that arrow is flying out crooked, I mean, if it's flying and getting really close, putting bullet holes at a 20-yard shot, it's time to stop messing with it. Leave it be. Let's pick one of her straightest ones. It's not bad. That's actually not bad at all. Just use that. We're getting kind of crazy. I may have missed the target. Did I? I don't know. I mean, that's about the same. Well, no, it's not. It's actually a little opposite of the first 3 shots, where the field point hit and then it was tearing just slightly to the right. I mean, that one was almost perfect. This one looks like the field point hit right there and the fletchings hit right there. I mean, it's off. It's just a little tiny bit. I ain't fooling with it. I'm not gonna fool with it at that distance. Shooting. I mean, it's not ripping like a 2-3 inch gap through there. So we'll leave hers alone. Let me shoot my bow a couple more times, and then we'll break out the crossbow and then call it a day. ASP, what's going on? Thanks for stopping in. And everybody else that's in the chat, thanks for stopping in. I don't get this many people when I'm going fishing. I guess I don't talk as much probably either when I'm fishing. Let's get this off so I don't end up shooting my bow with the wrong release. Not that my release is much better. The first, and it's been 15 years, I guess. Probably close to that. The same release. I know I need to upgrade it, but for whatever reason, I've loved it, and man, you can almost hear it's not the greatest condition. I need to find that same one. I've shot with the handheld mechanical releases and everything, but I don't know. I just love that release for some reason. Just so used to it. Different bows, same release. None of my equipment's high end, that's for sure. And I think I was hesitant of buying gold tips just because of how many arrows I used to go through. All my other stuff were Eastons, and not that they're cheap either. Arrows and all that stuff, the whole setup isn't cheap. But one thing that the reason I like playing around with all this stuff and kind of tuning some of my own stuff is because how expensive broadheads can be. I mean, I'm shooting these Grizzlies, single bevels, and they're expensive, but I tell you what, compared to buying, you shoot 3 deer and you got a 3-pack of the, nothing wrong with the mechanicals, but you're replacing them just about every time you shoot through an animal, or even shoot an animal with them. These guys you can freaking resharpen, reuse over and over, unless you're really hitting rocks or something on the other end. So I'm kind of a cheapie. All of our stuff isn't the greatest, but it works. Especially if you do get it tuned in right. I mean, just about any broadhead's gonna work if you tune it in right. I shot some of the mechanicals, and I didn't like losing the blades in the deer, or if it did get a pass through. I wasn't getting very many pass throughs. I'm only shooting at about, I'm shooting 66 pounds on that bow. I'll check it again. But for whatever reason, with the Montex, I don't know if I have Montec in here. And some of the mechanicals, I wasn't getting pass throughs with those broadheads. Let's put hers away. But since I've gone to them with that heavier front end, I don't know if I haven't had a pass through yet with those broadheads. Now, the only problem with that is when you do get a pass through and you do hit a rock, it will chip, but you can get that out, and you can get these things sharpened back up. Now, I'm not going to hunt with that one again, but if I wanted to, I could spend the time and really file that thing back down to where it's definitely huntable again. Bring out the YouTube. This is a Crossbow. Please don't shut my live down. I don't know how they feel about crossbows. Do they I don't know. Well, I guess we'll find out. If the live shuts down, that's why. I think bows and all that stuff, I've seen guys shooting slingshots. You know what? I don't know if I've seen anybody shooting a crossbow on there, so feed might just go bye-bye real quick. I'm gonna shoot. I have this one that's bare or no fletchings on it. I'm gonna shoot this one out, and I'm gonna shoot one of my 4-fletched. Shoot the crossbow. We'll see what happens with anybody know if you can shoot I didn't even think about that till just now. Can you shoot a crossbow on a live stream? Guess we'll find out real quick. 20 and 25 yards. Here's where it's set up. All right, where did I start taking all this stuff and getting it all mixed up? This guy. Take this one off. Even more 200 green. I'll put a bunch of these on hers. Does anybody know if you shoot a crossbow on a live stream? Anybody ever tried it? It looks a lot like a pew pew. They may not see it that way. They may just go, and gone. Where did they all go? There we go. Somewhere in front of me. Gold tips. 4 fletch that I'm not necessarily liking. I think I'm gonna change them all back over to the 3 fletch. Shoot a couple times from here. Try, see, I'm kind of blocking it. The 25-yard smaller block. My peep sight in there. Something's making a noise now. This Tacticam is loose. I think I'm going to take it out. Don't really use it. That is awfully loud to me. It is not normally that loud. Something is vibrating though. Yeah, it's gotta be that. That thing is clanking. Yep. This thing is super loose now. Let's take it off. I'm going to take that off and shoot it again because this bow should not be nowhere near that loud, especially with a heavier arrow. This thing is usually really quiet. That thing is spinning all the way around. Wow. Anybody in the chat answer me about the crossbow? Anybody know how YouTube feels about that? Why did this get so freaking loose? See that? This is a Tacticam stabilizer. And that thing is got completely loose on me. Take it off. That sucks. Anybody happen to know? I'm gonna keep asking until somebody answers me. YouTube allow crossbows on their live streams. What is it about that? Damn, well that sucks. I'm gonna have to figure out why that did that. Not tightening up. This where my handheld goes on there in the stabilizer. This Tacticam came loose. I'm gonna shoot it without it. Make sure that noise goes away, because that was ridiculous. That's way too loud. Feels funny. Wait, definitely off. Kicked out like that. Still a little loud though. Man, I should put some string silencers on this thing. It's wild shooting it without that piece on there. Figure out why I did that. Why that came so loose. I tried tightening it up. Earlier I noticed it was a little bit loose. But that thing, I just put it on there without that stabilizer. Or yeah, without the tack cam on. Had my old stabilizer at the house. Strap back on. Nobody knows, huh? Well, let's find out together here in a second. If they allow it, I don't know if that's even gonna fit with that on there without the stabilizer on. I don't think that's gonna drive down too far. Yep. That ain't gonna work. We're gonna leave that off for now. We were pretty much done with this boat anyways. I'm shooting pretty good with it. It's shooting through paper just fine. We'll set this back and find out what they say. I'm going to set up a little Oh, really? It says no for a crossbow, I guess because it looks too much like a regular one. Daggone it. All right, well. I guess me just carrying it over, I'm surprised it didn't cut it off because you're not even supposed to handle actual any kind of firearms, but it's not a firearm, it's a crossbow. That's probably why I haven't seen anybody on a live shooting a crossbow on a live stream. That sucks. Well, I will still need to shoot it, but maybe what I'll do real quick while I'm waiting, let me clean some of this stuff up. These back on there and take these off. What I can do, I can leave the target set up and I will be in the background when we shoot the compound bow. I will leave that there. I'll have to keep an eye on it though for a second. Let me get this. I don't want it to be seen then if that's the case. y'all. I didn't even hear this phone go off. Wow. Okay, so I guess I got lucky because we were shooting the compounds. Just seen the wordage on the matter. You are not allowed to shoot any of those on a live stream. Some of this up because I'm going to use the back of the truck to take my other shots with the compound. Just one more second. Let me get the rest of this cleaned up. 26 people. I'm going to move y'all closer to the target here in just a second. It's been a while since that one's been, since this one's been done. So that needs a couple ran through it. Give me just a minute. Finish cleaning this stuff up. Give me just a second. Bring this much closer to the target. Only thing is, I don't have field points. Yeah, these have 125 grain Montex on them. Let's try one or two of them. Bring the target up. Camera up, I mean, to the target. Let me know if I miss, yell. I'm going to be back at my truck, which is 25 yards. Be right back. Good shot, but it freaking drove into the fletchings. Did they know? Anybody still here? Yeah. We just won't turn them around. Back out. That one I think is good to go. First one was on me. But I guess we're not allowed to do that. A different way. So we have to stick with the compound or traditional archery. Those are that's what I was just shooting. Traditional. I guess I probably shouldn't even say that word. I mean, I guess you could say shooting a bow. They're that damn strict, man. I don't have no place to be on this platform. And you gotta follow the rules. But, alright, so now I gotta try to find a spot to put out another camera. I don't know if I'm doing that right now. Not for hunting purposes, but I like putting a couple different trail cameras out just to see what kind of deer are in the area. Like right now I'm in an industrial park, and there's some crazy deer back here, but you also get some crazy people in these areas. I just pulled one of my cameras because the last time I was in there, these damn dead deer, I don't know if it's from the blue tongue disease, CWD, chronic waste CWD, or if it was somebody that hit it with their car. But I go back over there to check the trail camera, and there's a sign now about trespassing. Even though I work back in this area, I guess there's people coming back in here. I don't know if they're illegally hunting. I don't hunt anywhere over here. But you know how it goes. People ruin the area for everybody else. So just wanted to get on here, shoot a little bit, shoot the bows, kind of tune the wife's bow, shoot my bow, get some practice in. And now it's time to get back on home. So appreciate you coming in. It was kind of a quick live. Hope you enjoyed it. Didn't really go over a whole lot, but thank you. Appreciate it. See y'all later.